Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of this Tuesday afternoon here at Mad World Tarot. And we're looking today, our theme for the day is TV and the Parkles. Parkles possibly being the subject of a Netflix series, The Clown, I'm calling it. Previous reading today. And now Parkles possibly putting in a little cameo appearance on the Kardashians. We've been hearing about this for a while. There have been blinds about it. There have been newspaper articles, magazine articles about it. We've been hearing how desperate Kris Jenner is allegedly to entice the Parkles onto their show. A lot of people speculate that it's not so much Kris Jenner being desperate as Meghan Markle trying to manifest this. So we're going to look at that. We of course have seen Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian with Doria recently photographed together. Meghan Markle managed to slide her way or ooze her way into the VVIP section at the Beyonce concerts, where the second appearance she made at the concert, of course, where they were. So she's got close to them, but not so close that she was invited to Kim's birthday recently. And sorry, my mistake. I thought that Kim was a Scorpio. It's Kris that's a Scorpio. Kim is late Libra. And we're out of Libra season and we're into Scorpio season and Halloween. And the Halloween cards will be on the tarot table soon. But right now, we have the Mystic Monday Tarot on a Tuesday. There it is. Nice shiny vulgar tarot deck. And we're going to look at the story. We're going to see who's behind it. Is it Meghan who's trying to manifest this? Or is it the Kardashians who think this would be a coup? Having the royals on the show, even if just for a cameo appearance. Feelings about it. How does Meghan want to be on the show? How did they feel about having her on the show? Harry, how does Harry feel about being on the show? Is this the horror that life has got so bad that he has to appear on a show like that, a reality TV show like that, a very vulgar one? Do they want him on the show? Is this the golden goose? And outcome, are we going to see this collaboration or not? And how do the royals feel about this? Because really, to go from attending things like the coronation, and carriage rides, trooping the colour, golden carriage, to appearing on the Kardashians, it's quite a fall. What do the royals think about this? I mean, Harry and Meghan are still on the royal website as working still with the charities and dividing their time between the US and the UK. It doesn't look good, does it? And anyway, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. I read energy here, archetypal energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. I went blank briefly, thinking of how many cards I had to lay on the tarot table, but universe knows because it's all written down in a scribble. And hopefully we will get some answers to this juicy tale. This underlying situation. Ooh, we've got the Ace of Swords. That's a new start, and it's declaratory, the Ace of Swords. It states your intention, your focus, your desire, what you intend, basically. A truth-telling, a very clear announcement about something. That's what the Ace of Swords is about. So somebody is announcing something very clearly and saying, this is the path we are now going on. Has been. We are going to be on the Kardashians. But it's truth-telling, it's clarity. This is direction and purpose. The Ace of Swords. It's very forceful, it's very firm, it's very focused, it's very intentional. There's a huge amount of energy coming from that card for me as a reader about intention and purpose. So let's see what the actual situation is as far as this story goes. Ooh, we got the Ace of Wands. PR, of course, fast and furious. And as I said in the preamble, we're hearing about this all over the place. It's popping up. It's popping up on blind items, gossip items. It's popping up in magazine articles. There is a lot of energy in this, sending this message out. Message. I suspect to see what kind of response is coming. Plant was back briefly on Tumblr, and Plant had things to say about that Beyonce concert and what kind of testing they were doing at the William Morris Agency to see how various storylines worked. And this is another one I'm getting. This is my own personal opinion with that Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. This is intentional. This is a story that needs to be spread around and fast and furious. We need this to happen, and we need it to happen now. So where is this story? Who is this story coming from? Sorry. Is it coming from Meghan? I doubt it's coming from Harry. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse. That is plans not coming to fruition. It's a try hard card, the Two of Wands, but it's in reverse. Partnerships not working out, plans not working out, plans unraveling. And so if she's trying to manifest this, it's not working so far. So that's her energy. Let's see their energy, the Momager and Kim. Six of Wands, powerful energy. Very powerful energy of victory and glory and a little bit of gloating. There's a lot of hair there, and we know that there is very often big hair in that family. Look at us, and what are those things, those tight things that she wears and merches and has made gazillions out of? I can't think now. The shapewear. But she's wearing shapewear, and allegedly, according to this, the stuff that's going around, I think it was a blind item, so it's just a rumor, it's just gossip that I'm repeating. I'm not saying this is true, but allegedly it would be nice for Meghan to be on the show so that then she could go and merch that stuff, that shapewear, on her Instagram account or the Take or wherever she's planning to relaunch herself. We're still waiting, clock is ticking. But my sense of this is that they are in the driving seat. They are very comfortable with where they are. They are very successful, very powerful. She's got $1 billion brand just herself with the shapewear. And Meghan is the one who's desperate and pathetic, and her plans aren't working. So my sense is that this is coming from Meghan. They don't need this. Six of Wands. They don't. They're already very successful. Why would they need this? So my sense is that it's coming from Meghan, but it's not being successful. But we're going to test this again. The way I've devised this reading, we're going to test that theory in the next column. We're going to ask, how desperate is Meghan to be on the show? Does she want to be on the show? Four of Swords in reverse. She needs to be in the public eye still, even though her reputation right now is absolutely ruined. Four of Swords. She should really do Four of Swords upright, and she should just go away. I say that very often about her. Go away, lick your wounds in private, get out of the public eye. Nobody wants to see you. Terrible stories come out every day about her and how loathed she is. John Kerry, the latest. But she can't. She just can't seem to get the hint and withdraw, just retreat, go quietly away and have a big long think about her life and what she has possibly done wrong. So she wants to be on it, even though as I'm seeing that card, as I'm looking at it, as I'm sensing the energy of it, because I read energy here and I truly do. It's not just something I say for the sake of legalities. I'm getting reminded of that very awkward and embarrassing stunt on the Ellen show, when there was still an Ellen show, and Ellen really humiliated Meghan Markle and made her do all kinds of embarrassing things, sucking from a baby's bottle and doing silly things. It's the same level of cringe. She doesn't want to do it. She's not excited about it. She's not thinking, oh, at last I'm going to be famous. She's already famous. She's thinking, I'm going to be humiliated, but I have to do this because my name has to be in lights. Whatever the cost to me and myself and my reputation and my own personal feelings, however embarrassing it is, however cringe it is. Very, very weird energy, because a normal person would just slink away and you would never hear from them again. But Meghan can't be out of the limelight for even one day. That's my personal opinion about her, having read on her for several years. How about the Kardashians? How excited are they about having Meghan Markle on their show for even just a little cameo appearance? Two of Cups, nah, don't want it. No, don't want it. Don't like her, not interested. It's an emotional response to this. We don't want to be in a partnership with her. We just don't like her. I have read on this before, their view of Meghan, their attitude to Doria as well. They are, those readings are in the Royals playlist, because we are still actually reading about Royals tangentially at this point. We are talking about the Kardashians now. Who would have thought all those years ago? Who would have thought? But here we are, and they're saying no. Two of Cups in reverse. This is not a deal we are signing up for. We don't like her. It's personal. It's emotional. How about Has-Been? How does Has-Been feel about starring on a reality TV show with the Kardashians? Is he all excited about it, or is he horrified at how bad his life has gone? Nine of Pentacles. Leave it to her. Leave it to the wife. This is not for him. Peacock. There it is, showing off. This is something she has to do on her own. He is doing his own thing. We saw him at the Grand Prix, very much doing his own thing. This is her story. This is go and do it yourself. I'm not interested. I'm not getting the horror. And the reason why I'm not getting the horror is because he really believes she is the star of the show. I did a reading on that very recently. She is much more famous than he is. She's much more desirable as a star than he is. And all his efforts are into promoting her fame and fortune and putting himself second. And so there it is. It's all hers. You go and do it. I'm going to stay well out of it. But it's not, oh my word, help, run away, the horror, none of that. He really still is blind to the reality of the situation. She, on the other hand, with the Four of Swords in reverse, is very aware of how far her star has fallen and how cringe this would be for her. How about the Kardashians and having Harry on the show? Would they like to have Harry on the show? We got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Really, he's viewed as an object of pity, that Knight of Cups. They think that he's just a pathetic wretch who has followed Meghan Markle, who has fallen in love with her, fallen under her spell, and does everything that she wants him to do, and really isn't the author of his own destiny at this point. That's a lot coming from the Knight of Cups in reverse. They're not liking it, they're not loving it, but I think they feel that he is an object of pity. They don't, it might be interesting to have someone on the show, but it would be a downer. It's interesting energy that's coming from that Knight of Cups, that in reverse they think he would be gloomy, he'd be miserable, he might be under the influence. And he himself has freely confessed many times over that he does like to imbibe substances for therapeutic and party benefits. But I think they think that he would just be, he might be out of it, literally, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. That's the energy that's coming to me. I'm speculating. I'm not saying this is literally what they think, but it's what I'm speculating they are thinking. Big difference. And that he would just be gloomy, miserable, forlorn, broken-hearted. I followed Meghan to America now. You know, here I am, and what am I going to do? A bit of an Eeyore kind of a vibe. So that's interesting. Are we going to see this? Doesn't look likely at this point, given the cards, but are we going to see this Knight of Wands in reverse? No, no, the show is over, really, for this. Not going to happen. The drama, the theatre, the excitement, no, it's in reverse. So it doesn't look likely. It doesn't look like Meghan's going to get her wish to manifest this. Does look like she's tried, but it looks like she's already failed over there. Cringe factor. He's like, off you go, bye-bye, on your own. And Knight of Wands in reverse doesn't look like it. It looks like the story is over before it really even broke. Even though a huge effort expended to spread the story around at some point, but I think by the time it hit our eyeballs, it was already over. How do the royals feel about reading about this? And Harry might appear in a TV show with the Kardashians. How do they feel looking at this? King of Cups, it's not horror and oh my god, Nine of Swords kind of energy, or the Tower, or anything like that. It's sympathy. The King of Cups, that's Dad. That's Charles, King Charles, who showed up here in this reading. Oh my dear darling boy, that you're having to go through this with that dreadful woman. And I read somewhere or heard somewhere, I can't remember, I go through so much information every day, hours every day spent researching the royals so that I can bring these readings to you. It's all consuming. I read somewhere that someone said that Charles is biding his time as a good Scorpio. Revenge, you know, it's best served cold if you're a Scorpio, and he's waiting for darling boy to come home, and then revenge will be served on Meghan Markle. Can't remember where that came from, but oh, I know where it came from. It came from that psychic guy, whatever his name is, somebody Hamilton, somebody or other, Craig something, Hamilton, Parker. I nearly said Parker Bowles, but no, not that family. He was the one who said, just you wait. It's being planned, but it will only happen once has-been is safely home in the bosom of the family. And there is the bosom of the family, King of Cups, actually lamenting the plight that darling boy has found himself in. So there it is. That's the story. So she's trying hard, is our Megsy, but she's failing. And the Kardashians don't need it. We're already very successful. Why should we bother? We got our shapewear on. Don't like her. Don't want to partner with her. Feel that Harry is just a downer, an object of pity. Pathetic, really. Knight of Cups in reverse. This the sheep that followed Meghan Markle out of the royal family, and now is all woe begun in the US. And doesn't look like we're going to see it. What a pity. But anyway, can't have everything. That's your reading for today, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.